Morning, everybody. Jim Adkins here from Jim Adkins Results Coaching. I'm catching you a little early. Got about 5 minutes. It's always a busy day for me, which is a blessing. I have me in here in a few minutes, and I get to do some training online with Nancy Bozick later this morning. So, looking forward to that if she remembers. Anyway, today is day 18. Gosh, I keep forgetting that. Day 18. My days, they're running together, and I'm already 5 days ahead trying to plan for next week. But day 18 of 26 days of you, letter is R. And then day 4 of our 6-day workshop on the 6 human needs. And that brings us to love and connection. Now, just to review the other ones real quick, I've got them written down in different order here, but the order that they are taught generally is number 1 of the 6 human needs is certainty, number 2 is variety, number 3 is significance, and number 4 is love and connection. And these are known as the needs of the personality, okay? We also have the needs of the spirit, and those are coming up the last 2. But today is love and connection, and how we use that, need that in our lives as much as everybody else does to make decisions, and it shapes our personality types and what we actually do on a daily basis. So I got a lot to say about it. I've got some notes on here that I took and I wrote on the computer. I never do that, and they're on there. So let's jump right in it because my head is spinning with a lot of different things to say. Real quick, let's get the letter R out of the way. Not that it's not significant or important, but we've talked about some good words in the past. And yesterday I asked you, what could you do with quality? Talk about your quality and your creativeness and all that. And how did you view that? And where did you find it in your life? And like every day, I want to take whatever word you pick, and I'm going to give you a couple today. I chose relax. I'm going to give you a couple, and I want you to apply it to your day and have fun with it. Not just a word. Don't just use the word. It's not about a vocabulary. It's about a physical vocabulary or an emotional vocabulary, okay? I'm not shaved for October yet, so I'm getting a little itchy. But some good R words, and you can come up with your own, but these are some that popped right out. Now, of course, from my background, you're going to expect that respect is a big one. And respect is not just something you give others or seek from others, but it's something you allow yourself. And we've all heard the expression self-respect and self-discipline. Well, what does that mean? Well, let's go to a diet real quick. When you eat foods that you know are bad for you, and we all do it, and I'm guilty too, we're actually treating ourselves with disrespect, and we're breaking our self-discipline. We're really telling our love ourselves that much. I just go ahead and eat it, and you'll be fine. No, you won't be fine. No, I won't be fine. These are things I need to work on just like you do, because of habits built up in my past. Now that's the blame game, right? It's the truth at times, but it's still disrespectful and it's still lack of self-discipline. So when we look at respect, I want you to give yourself respect first. Just like always, learn to respect yourself and you'll definitely be able to respect others. Now, along the lines of respecting other people, this is my simple belief, and it's just an umbrella belief, but you can try it on. I believe everybody deserves respect right off the bat. You give people respect because they're human, okay? Because they are people. You respect and love everybody. Be nice to everybody. Now, until, okay, in my world, people can lose my respect. It has nothing to do with my actions. It has everything to do with theirs. And that's just how I am. I respect everybody until given the reason not to. Okay. Can you lose respect and then get it back? Very rarely. Okay. With me. Respect is lost by actions, not words. Words don't really mean anything. However, you can be very disrespectful with your words, and that could put you in a position of disrespect or a potential position of disrespect. Does that work? Now, is that a negative thing? No, because let me tell you, respect and love takes energy. Disrespect and carrying a grudge takes more energy. So when you find yourself in a chopping block situation, you need to learn to release. Okay, another good R word. Richard's a good R word. It's my middle name, Richard. But release, let it go, because the energy it takes to hang on to it is not worth it. Love and respect, yes. Disrespect and carrying a grudge, no, let it go. Just let it go. Cut it loose. And that goes with the word I've chosen today. Relax. Relax. I mentioned on the other video, and I promise this is the only time I'll mention it on here, I hope. Gandhi. I saw a blurb that said Gandhi. I don't know if it's clickbait or it just sounds ridiculous. And with today's world, there's another R word, right? The way the world is today, people are getting a little ridiculous. And it said Gandhi was accused of, what was it? Racism. I don't know. I don't know how he feels or what he said. I didn't read it, but it cracked me up. I mean, Gandhi's a revered, holy, peaceful person, and people are jumping all over him because of something he said or did. People relax. People relax. Holy cow! Quit being offended over every little thing. Stop the political incorrectness. Now, come on. We all know that there's a line where the disrespect starts, but it's not every word. It's not plastic straws, for God's sake. It's not cowboy hats. It's not red hats. You people, not you. I'm sorry, but they're just relax. Responsible. Be responsible in your actions and your words. Relevant. Make sure that your life is relevant. I'm sorry, it put me in a weird place when I did that. I try not to get that way, but I witness it too, and I'll move on. I'm sorry, but I just can't. It floors me. It floors me, and I worry about it. But not too long. 90 seconds, right? So, how about this for a great word? R. Good morning, Sarah. Romantic. Be romantic today. Take any of these words. Reliable, radiance. I love that. Be radiant. Express sunshine and exuberance and happiness and don't be offended when the clouds come out. Don't. All right, I'm sorry. responsible, and responsibility and reliability. Those are great words. So if you want to put those in your day and focus on those, all of these words should empower you as you feel and you remember that you are responsible and you are reliable and you are romantic and you are respectful. These are great traits to have. And then relax. Relax. Today, I really want you at the end of your day or 5 minutes somewhere in between, maybe even lunchtime, shut everything off. Everything. Don't answer the phone. I know if you run your own business, you got to be, no. I let my phone go to voicemail 90% of the time. And I figure if people want me to get a hold of them, they'll leave me a message. I'll call them right back. Why? What I'm doing is important. I need to rely and focus on the things in front of me. So shut it off and relax. Then reflect. Look back on your day. Did it go the way you wanted to? If it didn't, don't focus on the things that didn't happen the way you wanted them to. Focus on the things that did. Notice the things that didn't. Navigate around them and away from them toward the direction you want. Big changes. All right. I wrote down reputation. I'm not really sure I care so much about that. There are people that you want to look kindly and fondly on you. We'll talk about that right now when we do the love and connection. But as far as reputation with others go, people are going to think of you what they're going to think of you. You just focus on yourself. As Mr. Tatum would say, keep your boat pointed in the direction you need to go and let all the other stuff fall away. The stuff that falls off the boat, or you throw off the boat. It's called Flotsam and Jetsam. I know it's a metal band, but it's a term that you want to use every once in a while, right? All right, if you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. I know you guys hear this all the time. My student, he said, that's all you hear on YouTube today is subscribe, like, and share it. Well, that's how we grow the channel. And I wish I could come up with a different way to tell you that. But, growing the channel is important to me. And I would like you to subscribe. And I would like you to share. And definitely, if you give us the thumbs up, it helps grow the channel. It helps. We get help in different ways with that. Okay. So thanks, guys. It's raining again. Oh, man, I hope your basement stays dry, Mr. Huntley. All right, so let's talk about love and connection, and I'll let you go. I'll let you go mop up your basement. Love and connection as a sixth human need, as one of the 6 human needs. There you go. It's need number 4, love and connection. We all need love and connection. We do. It's a proven fact. Some of the notes I wrote down here I've only verified them twice in 2 places, and they were written differently. So if I'm wrong, I'm not going to give you any numbers, but if I'm a little off, I'll continue to research it. But the research I found on love and connection, orphans, where's my orphan? Everybody needs and wants love and connection. Let me start this way. We all need to feel love. We all want to give love. And we all need a connection to the world somehow. With the human race, we need a connection. And we seek it in different ways. And I've said this before, and I want to make this really clear because this is important as part of your study of human nature and yourself. People feel and perceive love in different ways. And if you're not sure how you perceive love or how your partner perceives love, it's a bumpy road until you figure it out. And these are the 3 basic ways people perceive love, okay? 1, auditory. 2, kinesthetic, feel. And 3, visual, okay? So examples of that are, let's say, you are a visual person and your way of representing love is by showing love. So you clean the house, you buy them flowers, you draw pictures, you show them visually how you love them, but you never say it, rarely say it. Why? They should know. They should see that I love them. They should recognize that all of the things I do for them in the house and all of the things I do for them at whatever, that I love them. Okay. You're outwardly expressing your visualization of love. I understand that, right? But what if your partner's auditory and they consistently tell you, oh, I love you. Oh, I love you so much. You're so great. You're beautiful. And they tell you, but they never clean the house for you. Never put away, never help you, never buy you any flowers, never draw you pictures or leave you funny notes. And the 2 of you now have a conversation about who loves who most. I love you more. No, I love you more. No, I love you more. You never tell me you love me. What are you talking about? I clean the house all the time. You never once show me that you love me. What do you mean? I tell you all the time that I love you. You understand the disconnect? Kinesthetic people, touchy-feely hug. You never hold my hand in public. You never give me hugs. You very rarely kiss me anymore. These are kinesthetic people. Those are ways that they represent love. Well, everybody is a little bit of those, right? But one of them, I guarantee, drives your representation of love more at times. Once you discover that, it's easy. It's really easy. Listen, if you're visual and you need to see people do things for you to feel loved, to know you're loved, you tell them that. I really feel loved when this happens. And if your partner's auditory, it's not hard to tell them you love them and mean it verbally. It's not hard to physically kiss or hold the hand or hug people that you love that need that feeling. Those are the 3 ways, okay? So love and connection, we need it, we seek it, we crave it as human beings. It's part of our makeup. It's very important. And just like all the other ones, feeling significant, having certainty, having variety in our lives, those are all very important to us. And we get them one way or another. Now, some people get love and connection by giving love and seeking connections and making friends and things like that. Other people seek it in different ways. They create drama and they feel connected. Believe it or not, this is the truth. People create illness. Now, and I'm not, okay, don't get me wrong here. Don't be offended. And I know you're not, you guys are more enlightened than that. But people and they can create illnesses themselves. They bring it on themselves. And I've seen it happen. People in my life, I've got some professional hypochondriacs in my life. I really do. And I've witnessed some amazing transformations, not for the good, for the bad. They've talked themselves into some incredible diseases that were not real. They made them real with the symptoms and the choices they made, and just downhill they went. Powerful minds that we have. Why? It made them feel loved and connected to people to get the sympathy and the attention from the doctors and everybody else who worried about them. Oh, how's it going? How's your this? How's your that? Oh, how's your depression? How's your emphysema? How's your cancer? Oh, you poor you. And I'm not making light or making fun, but I'm telling you, people do that for love and connection. That's how powerful this need is. Imagine going to a basketball game all by yourself, professional basketball game or baseball game or football game. You picked a sport. Even if you don't like sports, professional ballet. I don't know. Okay. All by yourself. And the teams or the performers are just incredible. And you want to enjoy it. And you're, oh, man, nobody else is really clapping at yours. It don't make any difference. Now, put 10,000 people in that stadium with you that feel the same way, or half of them feel the same way, and the other half are the opposite. That connection is powerful. We want to share. Let's go back in your history. Not yours. I don't know if you were orphaned or not. But they did some research on orphanages. Here it is. It was discovered that children who grew up in orphanages who were only fed and cleaned, okay, they weren't, not like when you're born in, okay, I can't group, not most, there are lucky babies who are born into families who love them, okay? I think I was one of them. My kids were definitely lucky, loved babies. Their mother and I loved them unconditionally. They came into the world with lots of hugs and holding and talking and singing and till they wouldn't let us hold them anymore, right? That makes a huge difference in how they relate later. Huge. Well, babies, children that were in orphanages, they were only cleaned and fed. They weren't hugged. They weren't, I don't know what goes on in an orphanage, but I'm going to imagine not the same type of stuff, according to the studies that I came across. Kids that grew up in orphanages were only fed and cleaned, who did not receive love and affection. And I can't imagine that's all of them. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everybody does that, but the research I had and I did showed that there were severe developmental and cognitive delays and even permanent brain damage from lack of love and connection. So love is not only needed for well-being, it has a huge impact on our abilities to think, connect, maintain our health, succeed, and live long. Wow, that's a pretty powerful one. So love and connection, that's today. How do you get your love and connection? Now, that's an easy one, right? You think, but I want you to look at your life. Are there any ways that you do try to receive it that are not as empowering as they could be? Do you create drama? Stop it. Don't let me tell you what to do, but stop it. Do you perpetuate and feed drama? Stop it. Do you create illness, or do you thrive on the negativity in your life? Because listen, you can have a bad day I tore my calf. Oh, poor me, I tore my calf. And I got some significance and some connection from it when I showed people. I thought it was funny, um, because I should know better. So when I share stuff like that, I'm cracking up, hoping people will learn from me. Now it's healed, not perfect yet. I got to remember that because I have seminars to teach. I got to be careful, right? But when I shared it, I wasn't looking. I was looking for love and connection. Yes, I was. Yeah, in a little way, but I don't perpetuate it. I'm not still whining about it, even though I'm talking about it now. Never mind. No, I'm joking with you, but I'm serious at the same time. Um, how do you get love and connection? And are there any ways that you can change it? And then I want you to do this. The M word, mastery. Let's go back to M for a minute. Master this need. If I can tell you from my own life experience, the time I have spent rearranging, reaffirming, recreating the love and connection between myself, my wife, and my children, myself and my children. Let me say that again. All of the time and energy that I have spent rebuilding, reframing, rekindling the love and connection between myself and my wife, myself and my kids is worth every second to become a master of that connection, those connections, to become a master, to create mastery in the things that you can do to build that bridge. It's worth it. We all get busy, sure. Kids grow up. I mean, my kids hardly ever call me. They never call me anymore. It's okay. They know I love them and I want them, and I make sure that when I do talk to them, they know it, and I do anything for them. My wife, there's not a second in a day that goes by that she ever has to question my love and devotion for her. That is a great love connection. Okay, so if I could share anything with you that would be beneficial for you today with that need, is work on that. And I know some of you have it already. Mr. Murray says the love I feel for my wife is the greatest feeling. It's a basic human. Well, one last thing about it. I know I'm approaching 25 minutes here. Too much connection. Now, this was from the research I did. These are not my words. I have a feeling, a thought about this. I'll share with you. But some of the researchers, psychiatrists, psychologists, say too much connection can cause you to lose yourself, lose your own identity. Meaning, if you spend too much time seeking love and connection from others, and you spend a lot of time with, or not a lot, but their opinion was you spend too much time with others, you lose your own identity. I can see this as a truth in the youth. Kids are looking for love and connection. And when they do find it, it has a tendency to be while they're trying on other hats. If you've got children, pay attention. If you're a teacher, pay attention, okay? As kids grow and they reach for that love and connection, they try on different hats. I have seen kids come through here who did the whole gender neutrality thing. Why? It was something that was popular. They put it on and they got love and connection for it. And then later decided that's not who they were. Their choice, totally okay. The whole gay and lesbian thing, that happened to a lot of teenagers that I've seen. About 15 years ago, it was really, really dominant in this area that I was noticing. And a lot of teenagers come to me and were telling me that, and before they tell their parents, that they thought they might be gay. And what do? You tell them, hey, as long as you're not hurting people and you're not getting hurt, let's live our lives and discover things. I don't think you should be having sex at younger ages, but that has nothing to do with being gay, right? Not all of it. Come on, you can love somebody and not have sex. So when they were doing that, they were trying on different hats and seeking love and connection, and they would find it. in many different ways. Some of them, and I don't have a percentage, but some of them decided later in life throughout high school that it wasn't really, and they changed. Some of them decided, this is really who I am, and they continue. You don't condemn or applaud either. It is what it is. Relax. Okay. People can love who they love, and see connection that way. But there's the negative end of that too. What if they fall in with a group of smokers? Now, I'm not picking on you guys that were smokers in high school, because I know I have a bunch of friends that did that too. You hung out behind the auditorium or up on the hill and you smoked your cigarettes, right? But it's not good for you. And you're not supposed to do it when you're young. So don't do it. I know I'm telling you what to do again, right? But if your child or a child falls in with that group, you may want to have a conversation, because they're probably seeking love and connection. They're definitely not seeking the benefits of the cigarette. It is not. It cannot be. There are no benefits other than possibly love and connection. Maybe it makes them feel significant. I don't know. I'm sure they're getting some of the human needs met that way. What if they fall in with the partiers? Remember the cliques in high school? I'm kind of going through that right now. And you don't want them drinking and smoking doobies or whatever, especially during school. They're seeking love and connection. Have a talk with them and help them find that in another way. It's hard to tell people who to be friends with, especially your kids. But I can see this. Spending too much time with a certain type of person will lose your own personal identity happening to our children. I know that when I was growing up, I was a jock and what you call the stoner. I didn't smoke or drink, but I hung out because I was a musician, right? And I was also a thespian, an actor, and a singer and a martial artist and a skateboarder. I did all of at the same time. Imagine that, right? And I pole vaulted. I played basketball. I was terrible, but I loved going with the team. And I played basketball. I played football, and I was pretty good at it. So, which clique do you hang out with? Who do you hang out with the most? I discovered inadvertently that I can have love and connection. This is where I disagree with this a little bit. I can have love and connection without others. Wait, hang on. I still love others. I still feel connected to others, but I don't need their approval to do it. I don't. I don't need their reciprocated percentage of endeavors or toward. I don't need them to love me back as much as I love them or you. I don't need them to feel connected to me as much as I feel connected to them. Why? I've developed a self-sensing mechanism that allows me to love unconditionally. I've a connectedness that's deeper than surface, and I love it. And I would love to share that with you. If you're interested in this type of coaching, contact me and we'll talk about it some more. But this is one of the unique methods that I have discovered through my life as a 10th degree that I offer people through my coaching. Love and connection. You can have it one way. Do we need to feel loved? I can't answer that with a no, because I have people in my life who love me. And I don't know what it feels like to not have that. I'm pretty spoiled. I cannot think back in my life to one moment in my life where I did not feel loved. Yeah, as a kid, you get in trouble and you convince yourself, nobody loves me. But it's not the truth, and we know it. We don't know it at the time. And I had a couple of those moments, but honestly, looking back, everything was done with love. And I hope that's how it is for you too. All right. Guess what? I love you. I do. I really do. And I love this connection that we have right here. So reach out to me. Let me know how your day's going. Try on the letter R. Relax, people. Relax. Reflect. Have a good day. And tomorrow is going to be either really early or really late. I have some special things I get to do tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited about it. Little Sarah, I can't wait to see you, baby. That's my daughter, little Sarah Jr. And we'll talk about the last two human needs, or needs of the spirit, and how the science of achievement and the art of fulfillment are very important. We'll wrap it up, and then we'll start looking for our next 6-day workshop. Okay. I'm done, people. I love you. On your mark, get set, grow.